Yo, it is Thursday night. It's the Mike and Mish show. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mish. That's Mike. This is the Mike and Mish show. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Kyle? Thursday night. You just said it. Here we are, live and in living color.
Live and in living color. You know who's in the comment section already? Uncle Pete. That's
Uncle Pete.
Woo. Dude, you know what I had for dinner tonight? And I just had to take some Tums right before I came on because I was feeling a little bit of a way, but it's okay because have you ever heard of a place called Pasta Vita?
I have.
Dude, Pasta
Probably
Vita.
from you.
Yes. Well, maybe. Pasta Vita is a place that makes like home cooked meals and then they freeze them. And you can go in there and you can buy them. They're a little on the expensive side, but I'm telling you right now, it is the best like home cooked Italian food that you could ever get. If you're ever gonna have like a Sunday dinner or something that like you're having a bunch of the family over, go to Pasta Vita, spend $80, buy like 4 trays of shit.
Oh, they do like a family style.
Yes, dude. Yeah. We had
eggplant places around here that do that. Good places.
Yeah. We had eggplant parm tonight, and it was fucking awesome.
Eggplant parm.
Eggplant parmesan, but I'm having a little bit of a little agita, I guess.
Little agita, yeah. You got a little agita going on.
I got a little agita. I took some, Hey, guys, it was a very, very sad day in the sports world today. I don't know if everybody was paying attention. Yeah, very sad day in the sports world. Conor McGregor retired for the 13th time today.
Oh.
But sad no more. 1 hour and 19 minutes later, guess who came out of retirement?
Leonard Garcia. Oh, shit.
Damn. Conor McGregor. He might have set the record today for the shortest retirement in sports history. How many times has he retired now? What do you think? What's the over-under? 10, 12?
I'm sure we missed a few, and I'm sure a bunch happens at his house. Just imagine him in his house, what he tells his wife, his girlfriend, rather, and his family. Like he probably says it all the time. But at least this time, he's got a comeback. He's marked down his calendar, and he hopes that Arnold is proud.
Yeah.
Are you proud, Arnold?
He hopes that Arnold Schwarzenegger, of all people, is proud.
This is the funny thing about him. And he goes, hey, I hope you're proud of what I'm doing, but happy birthday. In the meantime, he's trying to say happy birthday to somebody, but then at the same time, he's like, it's about him. Hey, just wanted to wish Schwarzenegger a happy birthday. Hope you're proud of me and what I'm doing.
Okay. So nice. Funny, dude.
I like that.
Hey, you know what? We didn't even mention, speaking of birthdays, we didn't mention a birthday yesterday. The greatest of all time. The greatest. Not you, Mike. It was not your birthday yesterday, you stunod.
My birthday.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
Oof. What a guy.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. For all you people that don't know who that is, his name is Tom Brady. He turned 45 years old yesterday, and he is ranked number 1 in the NFL for quarterbacks right now, heading into the new season at 45 years old.
Telling you, Leos.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
The odds-on favorites to win the Super Bowl this year with a 45-year-old Tom Brady at the helm. Isn't that freaking nuts, Mike?
Can't even believe it. Love it. We were in Tampa where, Tom left us and went to them. And it's kind of a hurtful situation, but at least we have something in common when we go there because everyone loves Tom Brady there, and so do we. So it was nice to talk to people and hype them up about their wonderful quarterback that we got for 20 years.
Yeah, it's wild, man. And like me and you, we grew up in New England, right? New England sports sucked very, very badly for a long time. We lived through the dark ages. After Larry Bird's prime, the Celtics sucked for a good fucking 15 years. The Red Sox absolutely stunk from like 86 on till 2004. The Patriots were the laughing stock of the NFL for a long time. And I was being raised by my dad to be a Boston sports everything. So for all the people that called us bandwagon jumpers when Brady and Belichick took them to 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Right there. Because you have no idea what it was like for us as kids, man.
It's funny. I remember on the weekends, my dad and my uncles watching games. And I wasn't watching football, but I was trying to get into it because they were into it. So I was like, oh, I got to see what's going on here. And then they would just lose all the time. And I'm like, why do we watch these fucking guys? They're losers. Like, I don't even understand what the point. When I was like 6, 7 years old, I could not understand the point of watching something to be upset at it. Like, why are you watching a show if you don't like it? It doesn't make sense to me. Put on Ninja Turtles. I promise you will love it.
You know what? But then, that guy who turned 45 yesterday came around and everything changed, and New England became the champion, the city of champions, man. Everybody wins championships now.
Yeah.
What's up, Matt Cole? What's up, Big Ben? What's up, Uncle Pete, Megan, Joe Ivy, of course, DJ Tony, Susan in there. Susan's usually in there. What's up, everybody? We're just waiting on Joe. He said he'd be here shortly. So guys, we got 2 guests tonight, right? Usually by now I have already told you who we're going to have on the show, but we were very excited to talk about Connor's retirement and Tom Brady's birthday, apparently.
Yes.
We got 2 fighters tonight on the BKFC roster that are heading over the pond to London to fight August 20th. The returning Joe Hitman 187 Elmore. He has been out of action for 17 months, everybody. You guys realize that he's been out for that long? I didn't even...
So crazy.
It's crazy, man. He's been out for 17 months. It's been far too long before since the Hitman has been in there. He is stepping back in, and he is taking on an absolute young killer in Connor Tierney. And now a lot of people who don't know about Connor Tierney is they saw him fight Jeremiah Riggs, and they're like, man, this kid is a bad boy. He came in here, he got to win. This guy, Connor Tierney, is younger, taller, longer, has more bare knuckle experience than Joe. And we're going to talk to him about that. We all know that Joe's an absolute gangster, and he is the Hitman, but this is no newbie that he's fighting on August 20th. He is stepping back in after 17 months, and he's fighting an absolute up-and-coming killer. What do you think about that, Mike?
I think it's going to be super awesome. We saw what he did in his last fight against Riggs, which was a really good fight. And he did, Tierney got clipped in that fight, but came back viciously. And sure, Riggs had it was a short notice, but the guy, you could tell by his movement, his footwork, the way he works the ring, his control of the ring. And
dude, his defense,
you can tell he knows what he's doing. He is a former champion. That's going to be a crazy fight. Yeah. And like you said, I think people underestimate him, thinking he's like the young guy, newcomer,
stepping in against a BKFC veteran who's going to, be a tough cut. He and Joe will be.
It's going to be a tough fight.
Joe will be a tough day at work for Connor Tierney, but Connor Tierney is definitely a game opponent for sure. And like Joe Ivy says in the comments there, brave move. It is absolutely a brave move to come back after 17 months off, recovering from an injury, and his first fight back is got to be a title eliminator, I would imagine. A title eliminator against one of the hottest young prospects on the roster that just happens to have 4 more bare knuckle fights than Joe does in his career. So that's very interesting, and I can't wait to talk to Joe about all of that. After Joe is on, we're going to have another returning fighter that's been out for almost a year. A guy who, was pretty active last year, fought 2 times in 3 months or 2 times in 4 months. He was a title contender. Sam, the Hillbilly Hammer Shewmaker, will be on tonight after Joe Elmore. And he is also going across the pond to step onto enemy territory and fight a guy who was also a BKB champion. These 2 guys that are coming on tonight are coming back from long layoffs, and they are fighting 2 absolute killers when they go over there. BKFC 27 in London at Wembley Arena, August 20th. Man, thoughts on that one, Mike?
Yeah. So that the date on that is the wrong date, because that's the old ad that they had put out, but it's the only one I could find at the time. I think credit goes to these guys for going over the pond and fighting these champions in their own home territory. It's kind of, I mean, they're all in the BKFC, but these guys are like homers. And those are the away guys right now. They're the newer guys to the organization. They both only fought one time in the organization. They're from BKB, you know, so it's like that, you know, the US versus London, going over there, trying to take over. So, man, all
America.
It's going to be crazy, but I digress.
Man. You digress. We digress. Let's talk to the first guest of the evening, who, like we said, will be kicking things off tonight. He's going over there August 20th, Wembley Arena. He is going to be fighting a 6-1 young man who knows what he's doing in the bare knuckle arena, and he is welcoming Joe back after a long layoff. We cannot wait to talk to him. Here he is, Hitman 187, Joe Elmore. What is up, dude?
What's going on, fella? Sorry about getting a little bit late. My internet was acting up. I had to reset everything.
Oh, man. You forget your neighbor's password?
Yeah, no, well, I actually got 1,000 megabyte internet here, man.
No,
I've been to call AT&T.
Nah, that's cool, man. Well, no problems. This is the beauty of doing live shows, man. You never know. We got to be able to roll with the punches and pick up the slack. But, dude, we were just prepping our audience here for you and your return after 17 months away, which is far too long, Mr. Elmore. And you are going overseas to London to fight a kid that is more than a decade younger than you, who's got 7 bare knuckle fights under his belt. You are an absolute gangster for taking this fight on your first one back. And I would imagine it's a title eliminator. Let me start by this. Why such a long layoff? And we knew about the hand injury, but 17 months seems very long. And did you ask for this fight?
Oh, well, I broke my hand in the last fight, but no, I actually fought Leonard Garcia with a 100% tear in my subscapula. I did it 5 days before. Boom, I kept it a secret, but I had to shoot 7 shots of cortisol. I couldn't even rotate. That's why I couldn't follow up. Every time I landed the right hand, I couldn't throw a left hook. I could only throw my jab up like this. So I had to go get a complete repair. But I went to Emory Hospital. The doctor, Dr. Karras at Emory, the same doctor that did Julio Jones's surgery. He works with at the Hawks facility. I've been doing rehab and getting things there. And I think it's only been, 15 months, actually, since I fought Leonard. But, yeah, man, no, he asked for me. And he better be fucking. I'm surprised, man. He's got some balls asking for me.
He absolutely.
I ain't worried about it. Me coming back, bro, I've been fighting my whole life. So I ain't been doing nothing but getting better. I spent the last year working on nothing but getting this shit in. And that little boy don't look like this. Well, he called me fat neck the other day. Because he fucking skinny neck little boy worried about this motherfucking jaw.
Oh, man. Fat neck. What a sack on this kid. Man, I'll tell you.
I ain't got no motherfucking neck, boy. Let's get that shit straight.
He don't know what a big neck is, you know. Now, I'm in the big neck club myself.
Well,
it's been
big
getting
neck,
me
big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know,
he's lucky I married her. Well, never mind. I ain't going there. I like this kid. I ain't gonna do that one.
You know, Joe, the secret for chubby soldiers in the Army is getting a gigantic neck, because when you're overweight in the military, they make you jump on a scale. If you're overweight, they tape you, they measure your waist and your neck, and then they get your body fat index off of that. So all the fat dudes and all the chubby guys.
Look, I ain't got no neck. They'd be in trouble. They just have to marry I'm shoulders and ears, baby.
You got to see it, because people do try to, because they want to pass, right? Because if you don't pass, then you get put on a list and they can get rid of your ass, right? So people do that. They go like this. And people are like, straighten out your neck, straighten out your neck. And the people are like, straighten your neck. My neck is straight. This is how I am. You know what I mean? You're like, hell no, that dude does not look like that when he walks around this place.
Yeah. Hey, so talk about this kid. So you said you like him. Now, for those who I kind of primed everybody up. He's 12 years younger than you. He's 6 inches taller than you. He's got a 5-inch reach on you. He has 7 bare knuckle fights. So a lot of people that are over here that are not familiar with him over there, they think he has 1 fight over here. He looked pretty good, but you're really going in there to fight a kid.
How many pro fights does he have in his whole entire career?
Not as many as you, but
No.
I'm talking about this. I know, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying, like,
He's got one bare knuckle fight, championship fight. He's got bare knuckle boxing. He never fought in a clinch before this. He's got one bare knuckle fight championship rule set. And I fought bare knuckle 100 motherfucking times back in the day. I fought in the middle of a fucking cornfield, bare knuckle underground with gangsters betting $10,000 on me. I won gold gloves back in '97. He can say what the fuck he wants, but I wish they was paying me 10 grand because it was a lot more dangerous than this shit is. This is some grown man shit. 2 motherfucking lions in there, and you got a zebra gonna stop us. He's lucky there's a zebra. If it wasn't for that fucking zebra, I'd fucking keep eating.
Dude, you seem fired up. Were you impressed at all by his fight with Jeremiah Riggs back in New York?
No, because I'm not impressed with Jeremiah Riggs. Jeremiah Riggs is tough, but he don't move like me. Listen, people think I got this weird idea because I fought Tom Schoaf the way I did. My coach got so fucking pissed off at me before that fight. I literally walked up to him in the fight and I said, man, I got knocked out of the night. And everybody on there called me a steroid-injected monkey. I'm just a fucking maniac. Y'all can test me every goddamn day of the week. It's called ADHD and fucking crazy motherfuckers. And so that second fight, I'm crazy enough. I walked up to my coach and I looked at him. I said, hey, coach, I know you want me to go out here and jab and shit. And I was like, but I feel like I need to prove I can go all 5 rounds. Let's get fucking fight of the year. I mean, I might knock him out, but I want fight of the year. Let's get this fucking bloodbath. My coach, Crazy Chris. My coach's even name is Crazy. We call him Crazy Chris. Y'all get to meet him here soon too. He walked up to my wife and said, God damn it, he's doing this stupid shit again. He talks just like that. He can't fucking talk like Tomato because he yells. He's only got 1 octave left in his fucking voice. And listen, man, I went out there and I wanted that goddamn bloodbath. And with Leonard, I wanted to show how smart I was, but then I tore my shoulder and I had to call out the gremlin again. You know, I had a torn shoulder and I broke my hand in the second round. I fought all 5 rounds, wouldn't go down with a broke hand and a torn shoulder. So I couldn't do nothing but show the savage. This kid's going to fucking shit himself when he sees that I'm a coach and I know some science. And I mean, I got a black belt in Taekwondo. I'm a gold gloves 97. I mean, I've been doing this shit my whole fucking life. And there's one thing I know. I'm a goddamn savage. And he said I ain't ever fought nobody like him. He ain't ever fought nobody like me. Bitch, I was going to go to war. We're going to war, motherfucker. This is real, bitch.
What happens to you when you're like, you train all this time for a fight and then all of a sudden you just get in there and you're like, you know what? Fuck everything else we did. I'm just going for the gusto right now. Like, what happens in there? You're fucking
my wife got me amped
over.
up. My wife got me amped up, man. It's not her fault. She always tells me to fight smart, but every fight she looks at me and it is, man. Bare knuckle is the as close as you can get to who's got the biggest nuts on this planet. Like, you can't hold them down and hug them. You can't take them to the ground. It's if you was at a bar and some drunk asshole tried to take my wife into the alley and do some shit with her that she didn't want to do, and I caught him, you know what the fuck I'd do to him? Bare knuckle right there in the middle of that alley. When I'm looking at that son of a bitch across the street from me, I don't give a fuck about technique. You touch my wife, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. So when I'm up in that bare knuckle thing, you can't hug me, you can't hold nobody. You got 10 goddamn minutes to survive. And I know my technique, but I like fighting. Listen, I went and jumped out of a goddamn airplane all day today and did some videos flipping him off because he's got Michael Venom Page talking about, oh God, we're going to spark these Americans. Bitch, you can't spark a plug in a fucking Ford Tempo, bitch. You ain't sparking nothing, motherfucker. I'm coming over there and I'm going to spark you. I jumped out the airplane. I hold my nuts and flipping them off. I ain't scared of shit, bitch. I jump out the airplane, put my fucking parachute on when I jump out, after I jump out. I don't need it when I jump out, bitch. You gonna jump out of an airplane, and he did. He jumped out the motherfucking airplane with no parachute because I got a message. Like I said, I love this kid. I'm a big fan of his, but I had a problem with people asking for fights with me. Nobody ever asked for a fight, and this kid come in as some kind of British champion. He has beautiful footwork. He has such hype behind him. I get to be the underdog again. I fucking love it. Because, well, by some people, motherfuckers that know me, dude, I'm in there sparring with Warren Thompson, and all these other huge heavyweight guys that are UFC guys. And I'm fucking bodying UFC and heavyweight guys. So this motherfucker can say what he wants to. But he better fucking go. Hope I don't fuck his face up too bad because he ain't gonna be modeling when I'm done. That's the only career he gonna have left. Better save some of that pretty boy.
We are 16 days away from this fight, right?
Oh,
It
yeah.
is the fourth right now. I feel like you are fucking rip roaring and ready to go tonight.
Like I said the other day, I've done it on every motherfucking podcast. Listen, that's a goddamn belly, bitch. I'm 187. Well, I'm Hitman 187, but I just happen to weigh 187 pounds today. I believe that's God's symbol for death, motherfucker. Better, I'm telling you, y'all, I'm so amped up for this fucking fight because this guy's got me hyped. I'm going to England. MVP is one of my favorite fighters. Mike Perry is like a sibling that I didn't know I had. He's a fucking psycho too. So we get to go over and have a lot of fun. We get to represent America. I've got a British soldier sitting at my table. So even though we're invading them, I've got I met him at my 7-year anniversary with my wife. We met him and we became friends down in Mexico. He's bringing his wife 2-hour drive, coming to stay. Man, I got a lot of support, a lot of love, and a lot of fucking shit to show this time. I have been. They say, I don't understand this ring rust. People say you've been off this whole time. What have you done? I've been thinking about killing somebody this whole motherfucking time. So I'm sitting here and I got fucking 5 fights I should have had already, and I get to take it out on one little brittle Brit.
God damn, hoorah is right. This motherfucker is ready, man. Well, in the meantime, since you've been gone, Joe, they have introduced a title into your weight class. There is an actual 165-pound title out there finally. Elvin Brito won it, has since defended it, and relinquished it to the one Luis Palomino. What did you think about their title fight? The fact that you have a title in your weight class now, and how badly do you want that fight with Palomino after you go through Connor?
Oh, I've already seen it in my brain. First off, I gave an honest opinion. It was a very close fight. But Palomino fought for Elvin's title. And when a close round happens, you give the champion the rounds. And I gave Elvin more rounds. So props to him for still being the Diamond Belt 165 champion. I love Elvin Brito. Lewis did not take that from him. Lewis is the 165 champion. And after what does he call it? After I spark this little kid, I'm going to spark this motherfucker. And I'm going to look in there and I told Lewis, I got a message. I'll send it to you. I messaged Luis Palomino 5 months before he even got it. He said, I'm going to come up and take the 165 title. I was like, that's bullshit, bro. You got to come up and beat somebody. You've already beat Elvin Brito. You want to go up and beat him? And then he sent me a message back. Well, we'll see how it goes. Basically saying Dave's already got this shit planned for me, I think. I don't know what it is. That's just me guessing in my brain. You know, I'm a smart motherfucker. But anyway, they come in and, he's got that fucking title now. It worked out just like they want. Well, goddamn it, I'm Justin Gagey, a fucking bare knuckle bitch, and I seen y'all fight. Let's go. As soon as I knock out and I spark this little brittle Brit, I'm going and I'm getting my fucking title. And look here, I think he'll give it up. He wants this big ass money fight with Manny Mendez. But if I come in there, I think he'll give it the fuck up. He doesn't really want to fight 165. He's just the 55 champion. It'd be stupid. They'll probably wind up making me fight for some kind of interim title. But I'm definitely going to demand that shit. I know I lost to Leonard Garcia, like I said, half-handed, a half-handed, not even a one-handed motherfucker. Wait till I go out here, y'all. It's gonna be something different. It's gonna be special this time. I'm in the best fucking shape of my life. I've actually got dietitians, nutritionists. I ain't drank for 20 weeks. I'm eating all organic fruits and vegetables. My wife makes my smoothies every day. I got Fit Factor meals that sponsored me, macro meals that sponsored me, 3 doctors, 4 chiropractors. I got a fucking machine behind me. As soon as they found out it was an American invasion, every American company in the world pumped up behind me and was like, here, let me massage your back. Let me roll you over. Let me ship you food. And I'm fucking, ooh, boy, they got me dirty.
So maybe after you travel to London and when you come back, maybe you'll do a little travel to Peru.
Hey, well, I'll go wherever they need me to go. Actually, I'm going to stay in, when I get down to London, we're going to stay for an extra week. I'm going to carry my wife to Paris. I'm going to set up a little thing to go visit the Colosseum in Rome, maybe stop off in Amsterdam. I'm going to take a couple of electric bullet trains and take my wife on a much needed celebration vacation.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Jesus Christ, Joe, I can't even tell you, like, I was already fired up for this fight, but now this is the beautiful thing about you. And this is 2 nights in a row, by the way. I thought we had a hyped up fast talker last night when we talked to John Dotson, but I think you got him beat, my friend. You give him a run for his own money. You have me fired up for this one for sure. I can't even imagine how honored you are to, like, I know this is not U.S. versus U.K. But you got to feel kind of some sort of a way with you against him. You got Shewmaker against Terrill. You got Mike Perry against MVP.
I'm a proud American motherfucker. We're going over there. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all a secret. I'll go ahead and tell y'all. I'm trying my damn best to get a hold of the embassy, any British soldier that can play. I want to play the snare drums, the American battle march that we played when we defeated Great Britain in the war. And I want to play that out before we come out to my song. And I want to have them marching in my corners, marching behind me, and then my Hitman song come in behind it. But I want the American battle march being played as I march in on his ass.
Jesus.
Sounds friggin' awesome. I think you'd be able to make that happen. Come on.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure we're going to get it done. I already got a couple. I'm just trying to figure out the best way without having to pay $3,000 to fly somebody.
Oh, there's got to be somebody there. Has to be.
Hey, and I got a British soldier sitting at my table just to show him that, like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Get one of the Queen's guards there.
Dude, hey, listen, let me tell you what. If I could take the Queen out and put some lumps of sugar in her tea, I sure as hell would woo the Queen and get her blessing for the fight. And that'd really piss him off, wouldn't it?
Dude. Hey,
she'd be like, I don't like the arrogant, cocky little prick anyway.
Listen, we don't need you to disappear over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Like a royal family. I don't know.
Hey, ain't nobody gonna keep me, motherfucker. They kidnap me and send me back home. They give me the ransom to get the fuck out. I promise you.
Oh my God, they're not gonna Brittany Griner your ass.
It'd be the biggest mistake they ever kidnapped their whole life, maybe.
Hey Joe, I wanted to ask you a question, and Mike noticed this too. You posted a video of you training with the same guy that Bobo O'Bannon was training over
Boxer Tricks.
Boxer Tricks. He's from over there. Is he gonna be there for your fight? He's helping me with some things. Like I said, my main boxing coach is out of Detroit. I'm really good friends with Bobo and Harrison, another gentleman that trains. I help manage him sometimes. Like I said, I got 187 management. I do it under the table for a lot of fighters to make sure they don't get screwed. Cause I got lawyers and all kinds of shit. But yeah, man, no, I just worked with him. There's some cool tricks. I know he knows people that know him personally. They know how his style is. I've been studying his style, his movements, the way he exits, the way he enters, the speed at which he throws his jab, where his feet are. So I've been working with some boxers that understand that style of boxing, that traditional, the traditional style of boxing that he carries. I've just got somebody that understands that style, that movement, to make some of my tricks. I worked with Dominic Cruz a little bit too on my footwork and some drills. I worked with him. I posted that video, and because I'm a switch hitter. I can knock a home run left hand, right hand. So I've been working, making sure that my footwork, my offense and defense equally matches in my southpaw and orthodox. And yeah, so he's just part of that program, man. I wanted to add every little kind of trick I could to what I already have, and I brought some really good people in. Yeah, it really seems like you've really pulled out all the stops for this one. Like you said, man, to do that and to work on your footwork with a guy like Dominic Cruz, who is the footwork master. That's unbelievable. And we cannot wait to see you out there, dude. Before we get you out of here, now, I don't want to take up all your time. We have another guest coming on pretty soon. We got to ask you real quick before we do a speed round with you. Martina Kroll. Is she coming back? I heard she's coming back.
Absolutely. We have a fight. I can't say it out loud, but it got moved from one date to another. It was supposed to be in August, but now she's going to be probably co-main event on the October card.
Oh, thank God.
But every now and then. It's going to be a big fight. It'll be a name that everybody knows super well. UFC girl. Let's go.
Great. Every now and then I message her. I'm like, where are you? What are you doing? Why are you not at the event?
This is where she's at right there. The only knot on my head. She's out here knotting my head up, bodying down, dropping my 185-pound fighters out here.
I really wish she could make it to an event, you know what I mean, and kind of show her face, because it's been so long and she's only had one fight. She's not too well known, but she's a great fighter. And people, when they, some people who don't remember that fight, as soon as they see her, they're gonna be, oh my God, that's right. Where has she been? Because People
Yeah,
want
we're
to see
getting
her
ready to
back
do some
immediately,
stuff
you
with
know?
her social media and stuff. I've had so much stuff going on. She lives right here by me. She's like a sister or a child or almost something to me. Like I'm kind of like a daddy. I'm there for, I love all my students and stuff. So we got real close, and yeah, I'm gonna help her with our social media. She's so simple and so sweet, man. That woman, just all she does is she's crazy as fuck too, but she's fight, man. She fights,
Aren't
but
they all?
she don't care about the social media and she ain't in it like most everybody else is. And I've told her, you got to do it, man, because that was my downfall. And I hated social media, and now here I am, fucking king queen of that shit.
Yeah. And you're fucking with us too soon now. That's what I'm
Necessary
talking
evil, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah, I like it now. It's all right.
All right,
I
Joe.
learned to love it.
You know what we do here. We're going to speed round you real quick. We're going to give you 5 questions, and then we're going to let you get up out of here because you got some more work to do. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you're always working. Speed round with the Hitman 187, Joe Elmore. Number 1, if you could pick any rapper from history, dead or alive, to rap your entry music, who are you picking? We know that you do your own music, but say you didn't do your own music, you could pick anyone, dead or alive. Who's doing
I've already talked to him. He might even be coming. They say that I'm crazy. Boosie, boy. Little Boosie said it was going to come out and do possibly fly over there and do crazy for me. So I might be coming out with the Soldier and Boosie coming over there. I'm trying to work out the details right now, boy.
Damn, there we go. Number 2.
What's a stupid game that you and your friends played when you were kids?
One that's still legal. Let me think. No. Fucking, I don't know, man. God, I can't even say some of the names. Can you? Well, you can't say that anymore. Smear the.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, smear the guy with the ball.
Oh,
It rhymes with smear.
Yeah. Smear the smear.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, it was like bloody knuckles. I was telling Mike, when I used to go over to my cousin,
the thump game.
Yeah. Or you put your knuckles on the table and fling quarters at each other.
Yeah, you slide the quarter across the table. Boom, and it hit you in the knuckle.
Oh yeah, blood all over.
Dude, so there used to be this kid that lived right next to my cousin Mike, right? And he ended up going on to be like a New England champion track star. And I think he went to nationals. He got a full ride to Yale. This kid was super duper fast, right? So he used to come over to my cousin Mike's house, and my brother and my cousin made up this game called Trip Kick, where they stand face to face and they make Chris get on that side of the yard, and you got to run in between them without getting your legs kicked out from underneath you. And that was the whole fucking game, dude. And this kid used to run back and forth.
I still love games like that. You know what a marine shot is, right?
What's a marine shot?
A marine shot?
Like in the nuts?
Well, you know, when you take tequila, you normally take the lime and the salt. All right. Well, with the marine shot, me and my buddy, who of course was a Marine, we always do this. Well, not now. Like my wife hates the marine shot, but you take the shot of tequila and you snort the salt and squeeze the lime into your eye and smack the guy when the other guy that takes the tequila shot. It's called a marine shot.
I knew what that was. I did not know it was called that shit. Oof. All right, number 3. Here we go. Which movie excites you more? Now, there's a couple new movies coming out. Beverly Hills Cop 4 or the remake of Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor?
I don't know. Roadhouse was a classic. I kind of hate when they do classics at all, really. I hate when they fucking redo classics because then it's like, I'd rather watch the old one. I'll probably go back and watch the old one and be pissed off at them for making the new one. Hate Connor even more.
So give me some Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Cop 4. Here we go. All right, number 4.
What's your favorite restaurant to go to in Atlanta?
Oh, man, that's
Where would you send our
hard.
asses? If we went there,
That's so hard. You know, where I'm at in Kennesaw, I get Copeland's all the time, red bean and rice. But we got Chris Rathburn's. We got some he got like 5 Michelin stars. So yeah, Rathburn's is definitely the best.
Rathburn's. All right. So when BKFC goes to Atlanta or goes out in your neck of the woods, we're going to Rathburn's. And last question for you, Atlanta, favorite Atlanta Falcons football player of all time. Football season's right around the corner. Who's your favorite Falcon of all time?
Well, Michael Vick before the Dogs, but I'm gonna go Cowboys, baby.
Oh, you're a Cowboy fan.
Hell yeah. The Falcons are my stepchild because my wife likes them. You know what I'm saying? I don't beat them, but when they play my son, I hope they get squashed.
Favorite Cowboys player of all time?
Oh man, I don't know. God, that's hard. Emmitt Smith, man, because he was short and that was a bowling ball looking dude. And I thought I wanted to be Emmitt Smith because I was a short little midget and thought I could run through anything I wanted.
There he is. DJ Tony says greatest Falcon of all times, Deion Sanders. I don't think people would argue.
Hey, well, see, I almost said Deion Sanders for Cowboys too, because he was whenever we're the ones that actually stole him from the Falcons and from was it the Phillies or whatever with the San Diego or.
He went to San Francisco.
He quit playing baseball to play for us because we were the one that signed that contract. Still,
yeah. All right, brother. Well, that's always fun to talk to you. You are absolutely geared up and ready to go. You seem like you could fight tonight against Connor Tierney, August 20th, London, Wembley Arena. Make sure you guys are tuned into the app and following this guy on all his social medias and use his promo code to get the app if you don't have it. And we'll give you a second to shout some people out if you want, and then you can get out of here.
Yeah, make it easy right here, y'all. Atlanta Rapid Test and Quit Bitching, Innovative Aquatics, Creasy Law Firm. That motherfucker right there, y'all call him. He's one of the best trial lawyers in the United States of America, and he does all my contracts. He does it for Roy Jones Jr. If you don't want to get fucked over, give him a call for real, for real. Boom. Hey, thanks to all my training partners and everybody that stepped up over here because really this fight is super important to me. And all the jokes and all the cussing aside, I'm super hyped, y'all. Anybody watching this shit, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to die on this motherfucking shield. I ain't bullshitting. I'm going over there to fucking kill this motherfucker. I hope he lives, but I'm going over there to fuck him up. You better not miss this fight. I'm telling you. Oh!
There you go. I don't think anything else needs to be said. Thank you so much, Joe Elmore, for coming on here. Mike, you got anything for him?
Oh, thanks, man. Can't wait to see your fight. Amped up big time for this.
Hey, Hillbilly. See you next, bro. I'm going to stay and watch. Peace, y'all. Right.
We'll see you. Man, god damn, I want to fight now. Uncle Pete's in the comments. He wants to fight now. Everybody should want to fight now. God, that motherfucker is ready to go. He is ready to go. And I'm telling you, I don't know if we've had back-to-back nights with energy guys like that. You know what I mean? Dotson last night and then him tonight. Woo! But we got another guest coming up right now. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Make sure you are following us on all our social medias. Of course, we're trying to continue to build this thing. But we have another guest for you guys right now. He is also going to be out there August 20th. He's fighting Mick Terrill, another guy going out there to fight a former BKB champion on his own home turf. We haven't talked to this guy in a while. He's been out for a minute. He is the Hillbilly Hammer, Sam Shewmaker. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
The big man himself. What's up, man? Dude? So you've been out for a while, too. We were just talking to Elmore. He's been out since last March. You've been out for almost a year now. Did you just decide that you needed to take a little time off after you fought back-to-back fights in like 3 months last year? Is that what happened?
No, my wife got cancer.
Oh, shit.
So
really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, yeah, sorry to hear that.
We found out pretty well right before the Beltron fight, but got the clear diagnosis right after it. And then, I had already, signed on to the burn site. Agreed to it, so we went ahead and did that, and we figured I'd take some time off, spend more time at home, help take care of the house, the kids, and everything like that. That way she could, because my wife, she was like cancer, fighting for her life. So, but thank God, she's doing better now. She went through 2 doses of radiation and then some chemotherapy, and she still has some side effects, but she, as of right now, is cancer free. So we're very thankful.
Nice. That's good to hear. Yeah. Sorry you had to go through all that, man.
I mean, it's life, it sucks. It really does. It's an evil, terrible thing I wouldn't wish on anyone, but it happens to a lot of people, and we were just fortunate able to catch it early enough to save her, so.
Wow, man, thank God you guys caught her early, and it's such great news that she's doing well. I recently went through that with my wife's mother. They found it early in her too. She moved in with us, and she spent the last 2 years with us here, but she's cancer free as well, man. Cancer's awesome. A motherfucker. I mean, the medicines obviously work. The medicines obviously work and knock it down and control it and whatnot. But it's really hard to believe that after, all these years and all these scientists and doctors and shit, they haven't found a cure for that. They found a fucking cure for everything else, but that's like the one thing, man.
Yeah. Well, it's a multi-million-dollar industry, so I mean, I hate to think like that, but people are evil too. You know, I mean, if you're making millions of
Yes.
dollars off medicine and treatments and stuff, some people don't want to give that up. So I don't know.
Wow.
Call me a conspiracy theorist, but
Mm.
I think some of it could be fixed a little easier than what they do, or at least charge less money if they're really worried about people's lives. But whatever.
We did not know this about you. Maybe that was common knowledge, but maybe we were ignorant to it. But I didn't know that was the reason why you were out for a while. We're so happy to hear that she's doing better, and now we're happy to have
Thank
you
you.
back, man.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. You are one of the top guys in the heavyweight division. You have been for the longest time, and you did have back-to-back losses last year, but obviously you had some things going on in your life, and you fought Beltran tough, and then the Burns one was the Burns one.
Yeah. Got caught. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Wait for the
Man,
rematch. It's coming.
all right, awesome. Now you're
Oh, you
coming
bet.
back though. You're coming back after a pretty long layoff. They gave you Mick Terrill, man. Mick Terrill,
Yeah.
former BKB champion on his home turf. What does it mean to you to be, stepping on to England, stepping into England and fighting an English fighter in his home turf?
You know, I love what we do, and I love the opportunity to travel the world and do what we love to do and get paid to do it. So it's awesome to be able to go over and fight a high caliber fighter like Mick Terrill over there in London. So we're excited for the opportunity and looking forward to being a world traveler and punch people in the face while we're out there. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Right. And the dude, the level of experience between the two of you guys, you've got what, 7 fights? Is it 6 or 7 fights you got? You
I
got a
got
whole bunch.
eight bare knuckle fights, and then I got 6 pro boxing matches. So yeah.
Right. So you got 8 bare knuckle fights, and he's got 5 himself. He came over here and fought AJ Adams last year, didn't go his way. What were your thoughts on Mick's debut in the BKFC? Because coming from BKB, and Joe Elmore said it earlier, BKB and BKFC are completely different. The rule set's different. It's a different animal. You fight in the clinch over here. What did you think about Mick's debut in your sport as opposed to what he was coming from?
I think he did good. You know, he did all right against AJ. AJ's just a tough guy, and he got in there and he got on the inside and caught Mick and knocked him down, and put him out. So I don't really take that away from Mick in that fight. He rocked Adams at one point in time with a nice, good straight right. So yeah, he's always been a game opponent, and we're excited to see what he brings in London. It's his home turf, so it should be an electrifying night.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk from him and from the background. You probably remember all of it. And a lot of the fighters coming from London too had to go to Mexico and stay in a hotel for 2 weeks and then travel into Florida and all the stuff they went through. And he had gotten sick and all that. So, there was a good chance that he was 50% for that fight, not taking anything away from Arnold Adams, but that's what he said himself and people that were with him. So, that we might not have seen him at his fullest in that fight. So you could be dealing with something different. Now you're going over to London, enemy territory, so to say, right? But the crowds over there are fantastic, as we talked about with Bostwick yesterday. You're going to be able to feed off that energy of them probably booing the hell out of you and singing and cheering for him. You know what you should do? You come out to Sweet Caroline, there you go.
Yeah, that'd calm them down a little bit. They'd like that. They'd sing along. It'd be great. But yeah, no, I think that of course, there's going to be boos. I'm an American, and their guy is from England, so of course they're going to be cheering for him and rooting for him, and I don't blame them. That's the way it should be. So I think it'll just help hype me up, and it's it's a big stage, so it's going to be fun, and hopefully we can put on a great show for not only our fans but his too. So I'm excited. It's going to be a good opportunity to get out there and hopefully knock somebody right out.
There you go. And you say, I'm American. Not only are you American, your nickname is the Hillbilly Hammer, and you got "We the People" tattooed on your forearm with the American flag. Like, you're about as American as it gets, man.
Yeah. I was a pretty good choice to put on the card for Team USA, I believe.
Right. And what do you think about this? Like, not just you. I mean, you got yourself and Mick. Huge fight. You got Good John and James Lilly, 2 UK fighters, beating each other up. You got Joe Elmore fighting freaking Connor Tierney. You got Mike Perry fighting MVP. They really didn't. They didn't pull punches when they were building this card. Unbelievable. Now you're coming back off a long layoff. You'd have to say this is the biggest card you've ever stepped into, right?
Yeah, pretty close. That one when I fought Beltron in Florida had, it was stacked full of big names and big talent too. But yeah, no, this is a big card, and this is a big opportunity for us to get out there and make a statement and get us right back in the runnings for hopefully a third title run. I'd love to run it back with Arnold and do it all over again, another championship fight. So let's go.
Dude, that was BKFC 18, and I think they had like 4 title fights on that card, or like the 4 main event. It was like 4 main events on that
There was
card.
4 title fights. Yeah,
You didn't
I
go
fought at
and
2:30.
fight. Yeah,
2:30 in the morning.
I was gonna say that. That was the craziest shit
man.
ever.
Oh, I was I was trying to fall asleep at 11 o'clock. Getting up, walking around like, good night. What is taking so long? So yeah, it was an experience. We'll say that.
Do you want to know an interesting fact? Because I have the poster to that event right there on the wall. You, Segala, Bostwick, Goodjohn. You guys were all on that Florida card, BKFC 18, and now you're all on this card over in London.
Oh, that's weird.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got and I'll tell you right now, you're right, because for those who are not familiar with that event, you had him versus Beltran, you had Luis Palomino versus Tyler Goodjohn, Hector Lombard, Joe Riggs, Thiago Alves, Yuli Diaz, Pearl Gonzalez, Teresa Segala at the top of that card.
Yeah.
And Bostwick versus Julian Lane. That is a stacked card. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was stacked. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like a 7-hour event too, like you just said. That was crazy.
It was
Longest
crazy.
event I've ever been to.
Yeah, it was quite. By the time we got out there to fight, Joey and I, half the crowd was already gone. It was so late. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was so Yuli Diaz has a huge following, right? Especially in Miami, that's
right.
his place.
Mm-hmm.
Now a lot of people were there to see him, and I do think they would have stayed to watch the fights if he would have fought at like 10 o'clock, like he probably should have.
Right,
they would have stayed and watched. But by the time he fought, it was like 1 a.m. So when he was done, they were like, "Shit, I ain't waiting for the rest of this. I need to get the hell out of here at this point. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Like we got 3 more fights to go." Oh my God,
crazy.
that must have been rough.
It was different, it was an experience, part of being a professional. Joey had to fight the same time I did, so not taking anything away from him. It was just, it was late night for everybody.
Yeah. What's funny is as I'm looking at that poster over there and like comparing it to this British card, to the UK card here, it's almost like the card you're about to fight on is USA versus UK. That card right there is like everywhere in the USA versus Miami. Because if you look at that card, it really is. Yeah. You have Jared Grant fighting. You got Jared Grant fighting Travis Thompson. You got Bostwick. You got Yuli Diaz fighting Thiago Alves. Lombard's out of Miami fighting Riggs. Luis Palomino's out of Miami fighting Goodjohn. Beltran was out of Miami fighting you. It's almost like that was. Oh, it's just strange. It's weird, man. Yeah. I don't know. Does it feel good to be back, man? Now, like you went through everything that you went through and your long layoff and stuff, you're feeling like it's good to be back to normal, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. It's good to be back in a routine and just have, most of that stuff lifted off my shoulders and just, my wife and kids are healthy. I really can't complain, So, yeah, we've been able to get into good camp and work hard and, ensure that we're going to be in the best shape we can be for this fight coming up. So mentally, physically, we're ready to throw down.
So after this fight, not saying you're going to be looking past Terrill or whatever, but the way that the picture stands, with Arnold Adams and then Alan Belcher going to be fighting, where do you think you go after this? Say you beat Terrill and you go forward. I mean, you got Beltran again. You could fight. You've got Tate, Kleckler, Trujillo. I mean,
don't forget about Rothwell's now there.
And Rothwell, right?
Yeah. You got Greg Hardy now in the mix. So
I want Burns. I want Dr. Burns. Win or lose, it don't matter. That's who I want next.
Have you brought that up with Feldman and them to say like, hey, can we get him back over here so I can fight him? Or is he signed for multiple fights over in BYB? Do you know?
From what I'm told from the inside, his only gateway back into the BKFC is going to be through me.
Okay.
Interesting. I would love to see that rematch. There's
I think everybody deserves it. You know, it got cut off pretty quick. I got caught early. You know, it was over, and he talked a lot of shit before and after. And I'm just, I'm out for some good revenge. You know, I want to rearrange his face real bad. And I normally don't say that about anybody.
I mean, that one should be ran back, but also, if I remember correctly, the fight with Joey for the title was razor close too, right? I feel like that could have gone either way. That could have gone either way. Yeah, you'd probably like to get that one back as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Joey, I'll tell you right now, Joey has slimmed down. When we last saw him down in Florida, he looked like he could fight 205 if he keeps working towards it. What's that?
But yeah, no, I'd love to run that back with Joey for sure. Yeah, that'd be a good one. I like Joey. He's a good guy, but I feel like we could beat him, and I didn't give it, the performance I wanted. I don't feel like it was as good as I can do out there. So I'd love to run that one back too.
And do you want to stay act like you want to keep fighting like right away? Say you go out there against Mick and you come out there pretty unscathed. Do you want to grab another fight as soon as possible?
Yeah, it'd be nice to have another one, within the 2 months, just keep rolling. Keep going with it. Yeah.
3 or 4 fights in a year if possible. Yeah.
No, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Did you happen to catch the Beltrans on their latest show that they were on, where they got raided by the what were they? They weren't cops. They were
bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters. Yes. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. I did not see any of that. Mm-mm.
Oh, we'll have to share. We'll have to send it to you. It's pretty damn funny. It's
was it
pretty
legit,
funny.
Or was it a joke or what?
It's like a reality show. So it is a joke. It is a joke. It's not real, but they act so, they planned it all out ahead of time, but they film it in a way where it's almost like it's home video camera type, you know what I mean? Like it's a live cop show that you're watching, and they went to the house looking for Joey, and Britton answers, and they fight with her and put the handcuffs on her, and they go in the house to look for him. It's like a whole thing. It's pretty damn funny.
Britton cranked it up. Yeah, Britton cranked it up pretty quick. She was like, "Who the fuck do you guys think you are? You fuck out of my house. You're not talking to my husband." It was funny as hell.
Wow.
I loved it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to watch that. Huh.
Yeah, man. It's awesome to have you back. It's awesome that you're getting an opportunity like you are here, and that, things are going well for you right now. And we thank you for coming on here. You know that we always speed round everybody that comes on this show, right? We give them 5. Yeah. And we got some thinkers for you tonight, buddy. We got some thinkers.
Right.
Straight from the minds of a couple of stew nods, you know?
couple of dumb guys. Here we go. Couple of dumb army guys coming up with speed rounds for Sam, Hillbilly Hammer, Shewmaker. Number 1. Do you think a dog fetches a ball because it makes him happy, or because they think returning the ball to you makes you happy?
I think it's probably more because it makes you happy, but I think it definitely makes him happy as well.
Yeah, you think so? See,
yeah, they're pleasers. They want to please. They want to please their owners. So I feel like, they're trying to please you as well. But of course, they like doing it too, the exercise and everything. Because at the end, when they're getting tired, they continue to bring it back. Even though you can tell they want to lay down and just look at you and pant, drink some water, but they'll continue to do it.
True.
Yeah, well, that's a good answer then, right there. I was thinking it was always the dog happy to just play, but, keeping the master happy is what's up. There you go, Mike.
If you could cancel something, what would you cancel?
Cancel culture.
None.
Dude. Cancel culture.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the latest dose of dumb shit fucking cancel culture from 2 days ago? It involved Beyonce and her newest song. Did you guys see this?
No.
Okay.
No.
So Beyonce had to retract lyrics out of a song. So I click on it, right? I'm interested. I'm because these things kind of make me interested because I want to see how the pussification of America is really setting in here. So
Yeah.
I click on it. It says the lyric "spazzing on that ass, spaz on that ass." I'm
No,
like,
someone else had to take that out of their song recently too. It was I forget what her name is, but either way, yes.
so either way. So I'm like,
Why?
spazzing on it. I'm like, so is ass like bad
Nope.
now?
Nope.
Spazzing. So the
Spastic.
word spazzing indicates spastic or spasm, which is a handicap. So that word is offensive to people that have spasms. Are you fucking kidding me?
Words have multiple meanings. Do we not? You know what I mean? Like this is not like a
I had a spasm in my shoulder for 7 hours yesterday at work. It just kept flickering,
How dare
all
you.
day. Yep. And all I can think of was that goddamn Beyonce and her stupid song. You know,
It's her fault.
it made me so ridiculous, right? Isn't that crazy?
That's
All right.
crazy.
That's
Number
a perfect answer, though. Cancel culture. I'm 100% behind that.
Here we go.
yeah.
Sam, why do you call your pants a pair of pants when there's only one of them? And also the same with scissors. What's up with that?
That is a good question. I mean, yeah, you got two legs that don't make no sense as far as a pair of jeans. There's only one just set of jeans. Huh. I never really thought about that.
What about
I think
scissors?
that's kind of ridiculous. Same thing with scissors. It's just one.
Yeah.
It's just a single. What the hell?
Right.
It's
If
just
you were to
some
take the
scissors.
screw out and you had each piece, would that be a scissor? You know what I mean?
If you see, now you're all making me really think.
I know it doesn't. I
All
thought
right.
you might know.
Yeah, the man's he's a man of culture. I thought he might know why they call it a pair of pants because I sure as fuck don't know.
And by the
I
way,
have no clue. Yeah.
by the way, your hat, it says big dicks halfway in.
Yeah. It's
What the hell is
it's an
like a
actual
restaurant.
bar and restaurant here on the lake, and it's really popular. And it's actually one of my sponsors. So yeah, give them a shout out. Big
Wow.
Dicks. And they got awesome shirts. Do you guys remember back in the day, like the shirt line, Big Johnson? You guys familiar with that from back in the day? They had like nowadays would be very offensive. Some of the shirts and things that they have. Well, Big Dicks has a line of stuff, pretty close to that. I would say comparable to it. And they got a lot of good. They're funny. You got a good sense of humor. They're funny.
That's awesome.
So they sell a lot of apparel. They got actually a couple of restaurants down in Florida as well. So
I love that hat. I didn't realize what it said until just a second ago, and I was like, "Wait, it says halfway in, Big Dicks halfway in." Love
Halfway
it.
in.
yeah,
What
it's
a perfect
a great
name
slogan.
for a restaurant.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I used to work at a restaurant in the casino here in Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and it was a barbecue restaurant, and it said Big Bubba's Barbecue. Nobody can beat our meat right on the shirts.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, that's great.
Yeah, and then I had a shirt. It had a shirt where a girl was carrying a rack of ribs, and it said "nice rack" on it.
Love it.
Right up the old Big Dicks and Big Johnson line of shirts. Here we go.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Number 4, if you could have dinner with one famous person, who would you choose and why?
Clint Eastwood, maybe.
Oh, nice.
Dude,
Clint
that's an
Eastwood.
awesome
I
answer.
like Clint Eastwood. He's getting up there, getting old. I'd love to pick his brain. Yeah,
That
Dirty
guy's
Harry.
the man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Dirty Harry, Josie
Torino,
Wales,
Gran Torino, so
Gran
many movies.
Torino. Fucking awesome answer.
Mhm.
All right, last question for you, man. Here we go. Do you think this is a thinker too? I think. Do you think it would be better to be broke but be a kind-hearted person that helps everyone out, or be a complete asshole that's filthy rich but donates money to people?
I would definitely have to go with broke, kind-hearted person for sure. Because who knows who you're donating that money to? What the organizations actually do? How much help is it really going to? But if you're a kind-hearted person that could, change somebody's mind about suicide, or say nice things to somebody that uplifts their spirit, or change a flat tire for somebody. I mean, I think the broke, kind-hearted person would be a lot better off.
What a genuine human being you are, Sam
Yep,
Shewmaker.
look at this guy.
I'm gonna give you a
Thanks,
little
guys.
inside info. That guy right above me, I asked him this question today, and Mikey goes, "Oh, I'd rather be rich and fucking donate money every once in a while."
I've done enough nice things up to this point.
He's like, you
That's
know what?
right.
I'll donate money and leave me alone. How about that?
Listen, every time, a random drive through the Burger King line, they say, do you want to donate to the Jimmy Fund? I donate to the Jimmy Fund. I go to CVS. Now they want you to donate there. Then you go to Stop and Shop, you got to donate there. Every place you donate.
Everywhere.
So I'm donating everywhere. Now you used to do it once a year at different places. Now it's every single place, every single time you buy something, you donate money. I've donated a lot and I've been very nice. So now it's time for me to go to my mansion, be quiet, and just simply put some money into some places.
Guys, listen. Britton Hart's mom has schooled us.
Pantaloons.
Pants comes from the word pantaloons, which used to be in two pieces. What?
Well,
what do you mean?
Yeah.
What did you put one pant leg on, put the other pant leg on, and strap them together in the middle? Is that how it went? Like chaps?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you messed one up, you bought just half a pair and then you had another pair again. Same, it'd be look really new on one side and old on the other. But here's the thing, they're not anymore.
Oh man, that's awesome. Hey, you're getting compliments on your the barn door behind you as well. And I actually and I love that. I got one in my basement as well. It's freaking awesome. It's a good look. It opens up the room when you want to close it. When you want to split the room up, you shut that bitch. You want a nice big open plan, you open that door up. I love it. And you're a true gentleman, man. We cannot wait to see you back here August 20th in London against Mick Terrill. Guys, that is not a fight that you want to miss. He's back. Take a minute, shout some people out, say a few things, and then we'll let you get on your way, bud.
Yeah, for sure, guys, man. I appreciate y'all having me on for sure. It's always a good time. I'd like to, thank some of my sponsors, Superior Excavating, Atlas Stocks, Edgar Rods, Veracruz, BDC Services, Another Round, Lake TV, Big Dicks, and I've even Land Office. So without these guys, my training camp and things wouldn't be able to get done the way they do. So, my coaches, my wife, my kids, having patience to deal with me these last few weeks before a fight, you get a little intense. So, just thanks to all my supporters and thanks to the haters out there. You help drive us. So let's go.
There you go, man. Thank you for so much for coming on. You've been a great conversation, and I loved your speed round, man. That was fun. We can't wait to see you. Do you have a referral code on your Instagram and your profile?
Yes, I do. Yep.
All right. So everybody go ahead. His social medias are down at the bottom of the screen right there. Follow the Hillbilly Hammer. Get on his Instagram. If you don't have the app, use the promo code. Help him out. And make sure your ass is tuned in on August 20th. Do you have a prediction for your fight with Mick?
It's a heavyweight fight, so it could end at any moment. Don't blink.
There it is. Don't blink. All right, man. Thanks a lot for coming on tonight, Mike. Got anything else for him?
Thanks, guys.
America. Fuck yeah.
Team USA.
Yeah.
All right, man. Go get him on August 20th. We'll be watching.
See you guys.
All right. Take it
Later,
easy.
man.
See you. Awesome. That was fun. America. Fuck yeah.
And that was
I don't remember the words. I don't
not
remember the rest.
rooting for anybody. Okay. It was a joke.
Yeah. Nah, man. Best of luck to everybody.
Best of luck to everybody.
Isn't it crazy that how huge that card was that he was on against Beltran?
Oh, yeah. It was insane.
Now that we're talking about it, because this one coming up is huge. It's fucking absolutely huge. August 20th, that card is nuts. But he ain't wrong, man. When you look at that fight card right there that he was last on, that thing was
He ain't lying.
He ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm crying. Do you know what that's from?
No.
You're a fucking dad now, man. You should know what that's from. It's from Cars and Tater. No.
That's not a movie like they've gotten into yet, believe it or not. Like Brooklyn was kind of into it when she was younger, like maybe 2, but since then with Disney Plus, there's just so many things coming out that I just feel like we're always rapidly pushed forward with Netflix and Disney Plus. You know what I mean? Like there's always like Encanto and Luca, and like every day is something new. The Rise of Gru, like
what came out yesterday? Do you know what came out yesterday on Disney Plus?
What came out yesterday?
Lightyear.
Lightyear, yeah.
Yeah. Cool movie. Dude. if you want to watch something that's fun with the girls, and maybe they'll
Yes.
get into it, maybe they'll not. And dude, Cars was good,
Yeah.
but there's shorts. There's
Oh yeah, we've seen those.
the shorts are awesome. They're only like 4 minutes long,
They have
and
Monsters Inc. ones too.
yeah, and they're funny as hell. So you can watch a few of them before you put them in bed.
So before we get off here, there's a couple things that I loaded up into the queue over here. And
right, load
one
'em
of
up.
these things is there's a lot of people. We get messages, and it's funny because sometimes I go, why is this person asking me how they can fight for BKFC? Because A, I'm not a manager, and B, I don't run the fucking BKFC. Like I can't get people to fight there. Like I'm flattered. Thank you.
You just own a shirt.
I just have a shirt. It just says BKFC. I can't actually get you in there. So what you need to do is take your ass up to Colorado on August 13th and fight Leonard Garcia for a chance to win and get put into BKFC, right? That's what this is?
No, for those who are interested, you do not have to fight Leonard Garcia when you go to Littleton, Colorado, August 13th. Just go up there. They'll put you through a series of drills, pad work, shadow boxing, footwork drills, do some cardio shit. You punch the power bag, the power meter thing. They do a bunch of stuff. And they analyze and they eliminate and they sign guys from every freaking tryout, man. Get up there. And if you can't make it to Littleton, Colorado, I'm pretty sure you got another chance a month later, right?
That's correct, because the champion, Lorenzo Hunt, special guest in his hometown, Jacksonville, Florida, Duval Stand Up, right? Duval Boxing and Fitness Club on September 4th. So just weeks apart, they're having 2 different tryouts. Haven't had any for a bit at this point, but here we go, ramping it up again, get some new faces in here, possibly new faces, but like at the other ones, they found some people like Marcus Brimage all of a sudden, boom, John Dodson, boom,
Yeah. When we talked to Dotson last night, Dotson went to the tryouts with his brother without intentions on actually doing bare knuckle. He was there to support his brother. And then boom, he's like, you know what? I want to try this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mike, if you were going to go to one of those 2 tryouts and you actually had to fight one of the special guests,
yeah,
would you want to go to Colorado and fight Leonard Garcia, or go to Jacksonville and fight Lorenzo Hunt?
Well, this is not easy, but I'm going to make it sound like it was easy. I would fight Leonard Garcia because he's definitely more my size
and older.
But that doesn't matter because he's a goddamn dog. Like, we know he's a crazy dog, like he will beat the fuck out of. Both of them would beat the fuck out of me. But the thing is, at least like there's like a smidgen of a chance. Like maybe I just fucking close my eyes and just catch him with. Imagine that.
Well, dude, Mike, if you think about it like this, if you went to Jacksonville, the fight might be over within like 3 seconds.
Yeah, and then I can enjoy the rest of
and
the
then
day.
You can wake back up and then carry on with your day.
Yeah, but if I go fight Leonard Garcia, he might beat my face to a bloody pulp over like a course of a couple minutes, and then that would really suck. So you take one shot or many.
One shot.
He's gonna knock me out one shot anyways. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. What else did you have in the hopper, bud?
Well, no, that was mainly it. Those 2 things, because they're very important. People need to go. People are asking all the time, how do I want to fight? Someone will just say, I want to fight for BKFC. And I go, that's awesome. But I don't know. Go talk to somebody. Go do this. Go do that.
Sorry, Mike.
I'm pretty sure he could. I haven't practiced a single punch. I'm not even the guy who practices one punch 10,000 times. I haven't even practiced one punch one time. So that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we have some guests lined up for next week. I think we should tell them about it, because there's been 2 gigantic signings by BKFC.
We have them right here.
Yeah, BKFC Thailand has signed 2 guys, Bukau and fucking, how do you even say that? Senchai. So Bukau is like 263 and 20 or some crazy freaking record.
Yes.
This dude here is like 320 something,
Just
and
unbelievable.
like they're absolute legends in the sport of Muay Thai. They are they are gods on that side of the planet Earth. Over in Thailand, these guys walk on water, and BKFC managed to sign both of them to BKFC Thailand contracts. And next week we're gonna have Nick Chapman, the BKFC Thailand president or CEO of BKFC Thailand. He's going to come on with us next Thursday night at 9 p.m. and he's going to tell us all about what they're doing with BKFC Thailand, these big signings that they're getting, the upcoming event right there that you see, BKFC Thailand 3, Bukal's debut. You got Panda Banks on there that we're familiar with, and a few others. He's going to run us through this. He's going to tell us about all the big things that they're doing to spread this sport worldwide and the company worldwide, and that's very exciting to me. We also have Taylor Starling popping in next week too.
Yes, we do.
She's got a huge fight coming up with Misfit August 27th. So she's going to pop in next Wednesday, I believe, and she's going to tell us all about that. No student out of the week. Now, Joe Ivy says no student out of the week, question mark.
We're failures.
We are failures. Do you have any nominees that you want to throw out there for student out of the week, Mike?
Don't put me on the spot like that. I don't know. I'll be sitting here. People are going to watch me try to think, and it's going to be a horrible end of this show because I have not one person on the top of my mind right now. Student out of the week, Mike and Mish, for not making a student out of the week.
Yeah. You could say, you could say, I wouldn't, how would you even, can you say student situations, like the fact that Brittany Griner got 9 years in prison in Russia for some fucking weed in her bag?
Yes, it's very stupid on
the
many levels.
The sentence is stunad.
Yep.
She's a stunad for all the fucking shit she did, refusing to, saying that the American flag shouldn't be at sporting events and not standing for the national anthem. She was one of the people that were very vocal against the United States for a while. Now she's stuck in Russia and she's getting fucked with. But the 9 years for some weed cartridges is some stunad shit, if you ask me. That's crazy.
I did see somebody say that, the weed is getting a lot of attention, but was there pills also involved in this? Because I saw somebody comment, and I have not looked into it, that she had, the weed or hash oil, as Joel's saying here, but somebody commented that she had pills too. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like people are focusing on the weed because we're all like, oh, weed's legal in the States and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. But really, there might be a lot more to the story that I don't know. I haven't even followed that. I just know the fucking tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
really.
I would say that she herself could be a pretty good student.
Her complaining that they didn't read her rights. What a stupid idiot. Did she really do that?
Yeah, she did.
Oh my!
She said that the translation, she didn't understand what they were saying because she doesn't speak Russian. So
welcome to where you wished you could have lived before, when all this horrible stuff's happening in America. If you went to Russia, there's so much better over there, aren't they?
What is this, Russia?
Yeah, that's it. That's what happens when you end up going to another country. You know what the laws are. You didn't look into it. Now you are with the capital F.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit.
It is sad though. I mean, I wouldn't wish that to happen to anybody. I mean, I feel bad for her, but hey, that's fucking stupid. That's a stupid thing to do. Going to Russia is a stupid thing to do.
Megan, my sister chimes in. She's got a nominee. Oh, this is fun. People are nominating people.
A tax evader.
You're a tax evader.
What's wrong with people?
Yep, she's gonna go to jail for not paying her goddamn taxes. Okay, Ja Rule.
Idiot.
What's wrong with these people, man? I mean, these
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes, Fat Joe, all these friggin' people that are in the music industry, just pay your goddamn. I was gonna pay them, but I just didn't have any money.
Yeah.
Remember that from Happy Gilmore? Grandma, you didn't pay your taxes.
Oh, yes.
I was going to, but I just didn't have any money. Grandma, you didn't pay your taxes.
That's a movie that I've watched 100 times.
Yeah, and it never gets old. So Joel nominates Joe Biden and Brittany Griner.
Okay.
My sister nominates Shakira. Do we have a fourth so we can? So we
A fourth Stunad.
can we get a fourth Stunad? Oh, me and you. That's it.
Me and you. Yep.
So between
You and I.
you and I, me and you, Joe Biden, Brittany Griner, and Shakira, who's the biggest Stunad out of all of them?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna have to give Joe Biden the pass because he's Stunada forever. So that's he's stuck in that category. He can't take the week because other people are deserving of a week. So getting him out of there. Shakira, huge idiot. Many people have made that mistake. She's not the first, she won't be the last. But Brittany Griner, for me, takes the cake because here you are complaining about where you are and all the horrible things that are going on. And then all of a sudden you get a big fucking slap in the face of reality of what happens outside of the country where, yeah, sure, people got locked up for weed here, but they probably didn't get locked up for 9 years for just a little bit of pot. Now, people have a lot. They should be let go. That's me. I think it should all be legal. Just let everybody out who is fucking caught with drugs. Whatever. Who gives a shit about that? I really do. I think the whole fucking war on drugs is a bullshit thing. It creates so much murder and crime and everything. If it was all legal, it would be fucking water under the bridge, man. But she's a dope. She went over there. She said some dumb shit. She said something about rights, man. How stupid can you be? You think there's rights? You ain't got no rights over. What are you?
You know where you
talking
do
about?
have right? You know where you have rights? Right here.
That's right.
Right here in the
Yep.
beautiful, beautiful land of the United States of America, which you were very active in bashing for the last 2 years of your life. Anyways, that's our student out of the week right there. You
Thanks
asked
for
for
the
it.
help from the fans.
Yeah, you asked
and
for
supporters.
it. You got it. Congratulations, Brittany. And like Tony, DJ Tony says here, shout out to Ric Flair, dude. Did you guys see Ric Flair fought his last fight of his career at like 73, 74, 75, however old he is, 73 years old, I think. And this dude was getting suplexed and jumping off the top rope, and he was doing his damn thing. He got all bloodied up like he always does, got his beautiful white hair looking rosy pink like he used to. Woo! All the big names came out to see him. They're all sitting front row. Bret the Hitman Hart, Undertaker, and those guys. Man, what a freaking career that guy had. He died for like 3 days last year. Rose from the ashes. He came back from the dead to get one more match in. The greatest of all time, Ric Flair. Shout out to him. And Monica jumped in here.
Yeah,
the girl that Britain is fighting on September 10th in Montana.
Yep, Fanny
is a BKFC Thailand fighter, right?
Yes.
How do you say her
Yes.
name? Fanny what? Palumpi?
Palumpi? Yeah. Palumpi?
Fanny Palumpi.
Fanny Palumpi? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe we can get her.
I said that totally wrong, but I'm acting like it's right. Yep, that's how you say it.
You say it confidently.
But as we get closer to that card, we will be having many of the fighters on that card because we've got 3. Think about this. August 20th, 7. So August 20th in London. 7 days later, Albuquerque, right? Albuquerque. And then only 2 weeks after that,
Montana.
So we're have back to back fights.
3 weeks after that, New Orleans.
Right.
October 1st.
There's a lot happening.
Nolans.
Yep. So we will be on top of it. Many people. We're going to have shows with probably 3-4 people on it at the end of this month because we're going to have to be packing them in. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin.
Before we wrap it up here, Monica says that Fanny has over 90 fights in multiple belts. We're going to do our research on this fighter because shout out to Britain Hart for fucking coming back. She didn't take as much time off as she said she was going to do, but what she's doing is she's dropping down to 115 pounds, and she is making her debut in the BKFC as a straw weight. And she plans on taking that division over, like she told us. But on that same card, there's another tough straw weight. Jenny Savage is on that card fighting at 115 pounds. So this is a very interesting card, September 10th in Montana. And you also have Joe Riggs' retirement fight against Josh Dyer on that.
So to go back to Fanny though, real quick, like if anyone wants to see her fight, if you go to BKFC Thailand 2 in the co-main event, she fought Manfredi, who is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Manfredi actually fought on BKK, the Bare Knuckle Kingdom, when we all met the wonderful John Nutt, and she freaking leveled somebody, right? That what's her name there? What did I just say? Manfredi. So, but they fought, and Palumpi ended up taking that win. And I think she was the underdog in that fight, but I'm not positive.
No, because they were pumping Manfredi up to be like their big girl out of Thailand.
So Britain is taking on, the force basically for women's bare knuckle fighting in Thailand right here in America. So that's going to be awesome.
Right. Wow, man. Unbelievable. Like we said, BKFC keeps stacking these cards up, keep giving us things to talk about, keeps giving us things to go to. And we couldn't be happier to keep freaking growing with the sport. So with that said, make sure you guys are tuned in next week when we talk to Taylor Starling and Nick Chapman and whoever else we get on. At this point, we don't know who else is coming on. We're working on a few things. But until then, thank you to John Dodson, Jake Boswick, Joe Elmore, and Sam Shewmaker for coming on the show this week. Great interviews with a bunch of great guys that have a lot of big fights coming up, and we're excited to see all of them. With that said, Mike, you got anything else for everybody here?
Peace.
To the
I'm out.